Hello, Virgo, and welcome to your reading for the week of February 6th through 12th, 2024. If you are new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you here. I hope you find that this reading resonates with you and that you find it helpful. If you're returning to this channel, welcome back. I do hope, again, that this reading for this week resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, this is a reading for Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, and Virgo Ascendant, as well as other significant Virgo placements. So it's possible if you are a Virgo Sun, for instance, that maybe there is another reading, like looking at your Ascendant or looking at your Moon, that reading might be more relevant to you right now than this one, if it doesn't resonate. I do try to take the broadest possible terms when I do this. I do this according to 12 houses of astrology. And of course, each house has a variety of interpretations within the house, and then I interpret the cards in terms of that. So, take what resonates from this and leave the rest. I do offer individual readings. If you check down in the description, I have a PayPal link, for people who want to donate, because some people do. I mean, obviously nobody has to, but that's there. And also a link to my spiritual coaching site, where I also do tarot readings, Reiki therapy, and other things. So if you're interested in that, that's down there as well as links to my social media. What I'm using this week is the Cartouche deck, the Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche, which is my preferred deck to start with. And then I clarify with a tarot deck. This week we are using the Angel Tarot by Travis McMaster. And then I'm going to follow up with a Fairy Oracle card. That's my Oracle, the deck of the week. I use a different one of those every week as well, but this is Brian Froud's Fairy Oracle. Okay, so let's start at the beginning here. We have Aries energy. This is your identity, how you present yourself to the world, how other people see you, how you want to be seen. Okay, so you have the twins with the Ten of Wands. So I feel like this is saying that, the first thing that jumps into my mind is that other people are a burden right now. Ten of Wands seems to indicate that you need to put the burdens down of other people. You may be having the burden here in the first house would be the burden of other people's expectations of you, of what you think other people are going to think of you. You may be taking on a lot of stuff because you think you feel obligated, or you feel that other people are going to judge you for it. Definitely time to drop that and to stop doing that. Second house is Taurus energy. Taurus has to do with finances, with your possessions, your values. And okay, so we have air with the Three of Swords. So when Three of Swords comes up, there's an element of sorrow here. So there's a sense of being separated from something. I don't know if some people have lost a job recently, or a particular income stream. Maybe you just feel isolated from a particular situation. Maybe if were in a partnership and you broke up, maybe that's something that's gone away in terms of your finances. You have this with air, so air could be a message that's coming in about this. It can also just indicate a situation that is changeable. Either way, I feel like there may be a strong sense of isolation or going it alone here, but I think you want to be a bit emotionally detached here and wait for messages that are coming in. Like, you need to take a step back from the situation and look at it as though this was happening to a friend, and how you would see it and how you would advise that friend. Like, I feel like that's more of the energy here. Third house is Gemini energy, and Gemini has to do with messages, communications, self-effort. So if you're self-employed, this would have to do with that. Sibling relationships, brothers and sisters. Can also have to do with short-term travel. Basically communications that are of a more mundane type. And okay, you have Sphinx with the Hermit, so it doesn't seem like you're doing a whole lot of communicating these days. Now, Hermit is your own card, Virgo. That is your own energy. And I feel like you have been mainly trying to keep to yourself. This generally indicates, these are both cards, this is a card of reflection, and this also can be a card of excavation and also of secrecy. So I don't know, for some reason there's just, you've not been really putting yourself out there, and you've been kind of hanging back lately. Whether this is just in terms of not communicating with people, or whether this is just even in a business situation or in a sibling relationship situation. There's definitely a sense here of kind of hanging back, thinking things over, not giving a whole lot of information away right now. And as we move on, maybe we'll see why that is. Fourth house, this is Cancer energy. This has to do with your home, your family, potentially with the mother, your sense of security. And you have Ta with the Ace of Wands. Okay, Ta indicates, okay, so this is building something. Okay, Ta's the master maker. You could be putting a lot of work or effort into something. This is also strong Capricorn energy, very much connected to Saturn. And so, yeah, this could literally be crafting or building something within the home in a literal sense. This could also have to do with a family situation where you're trying to build a solid foundation for something, or where there may be a male figure who is figuring in. It would be maybe important because Ta has very strong male energy. Now, the Ace of Wands indicates new beginnings, passionate new beginnings. So for some people, this could be a new home. This could be a new situation within the home that you're very happy about, whether it's the bringing in of a person or just starting over with some kind of a situation that is very, very potent here. This could also be messages that are coming in as well, but there's definitely a sense of wanting to take action here and being motivated to do something new in the home environment or with a family situation. Fifth house is Leo energy, and Leo has to do with creativity, children, love affairs, can have to do with recreation and leisure, things that we do for play. And you have Horus with strength. Okay, so Horus has a very strong creative vibe. So for some of you, you definitely are taking up some kind of creative project, whatever that is for you. Again, and really the sky's the limit. I don't want to say creative just means, oh, it's writing, or oh, it's, you know, music or dancing or art. I mean, their creativity takes all kinds of forms. And with strength, now strength has this element here of struggling with something, taking the rough with the smooth. Sometimes this has to do with holding emotions back on something. And in this case, I mean, okay, maybe this is something you're struggling through, but the other possibility here is that Horus is something with family, okay? And this could have to do with one of your children, or this could have to do with a love affair with somebody, but I feel like this could be child energy for somebody. Like maybe there's a child here, that there's some situation where you are holding back or holding emotions back or feelings back just for a greater cause of some kind. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling with these two cards. But it's going to be different for everybody. So again, if there's no children involved and there's nothing like that, then this could have to do with a love affair. It could just be maybe you've got a great person, somebody who's very popular, very charismatic, and maybe you're not showing them, you know, there's definitely this element of not discussing things. So maybe you're just not showing something right now, maybe for peace sake or for something like that. So yeah, so take that as it resonates here. If it does have to do with a creative project, then strength might indicate just putting the effort into moving towards the finish line with it. Sixth house is Virgo. It's your own energy. This has to do with health. It has to do with jobs, service that you do to others. It can have to do with your pets or domestic animals, and also with things that you're worried about. And okay, so you've got Hathor with the Five of Swords. Now, if this is a health concern, Five of Swords definitely has this element of defeat to it. This could be you comparing yourself to somebody else. With Hathor, Hathor has to do with food and nutrition in a health sense. So maybe you're comparing yourself in terms of food or something like that. Maybe some people are dieting, and maybe you're comparing your body type to somebody else. No need to do that, because you're you and other people are them, and you're not them, and there's no need for you to be them. But this also could be a situation where there could be a female, or this could be connected to somebody's mother or some kind of feminine figure, where there is either a sense of defeat or a sense of like I feel like the Five of Swords is this I give up energy. There could be a jealousy here too, because remember, this is also the house of worry. It doesn't have to do with health necessarily. It could also have to do with worry. So I don't know, there may be a sense of defeat or resignation with regard to somebody who is a feminine figure, or maybe this is you. Maybe you're trying to get things organized in a certain way, and you're just feeling like, ugh, like I'm meeting obstacles and not getting anywhere. Okay. Your seventh house, this is Libra energy, so this has to do with marriages. It can have to do with legal partnerships of some kind. If you're a single person asking about marriage, that would also fall into this house. Okay, so you've got the Devil with Scarab. Okay, Scarab definitely indicates a new beginning. For some of you, this could be a new relationship. Maybe it's going to be coming out of a relationship that was more of a lust relationship. That's possible with Samael, with the devil. But sometimes the devil comes up if we're talking about a toxic connection or something that could be codependent, or maybe not based on there could be some unhealthy aspect to the relationship that you might want to pay attention to. Or maybe you're getting out of an unhealthy relationship and into a new one, okay? Because I'm seeing a lot of strength here down in the 5th house. So this says to me, that there may be a change that's coming to release some of this toxicity. Now, if you're already married or in a business partnership, and if you say, well, no, that doesn't really apply, this could indicate that you or your partner is maybe about to make a change that's going to take you out of something toxic. Maybe somebody has an addiction or just some kind of a bad habit that maybe isn't good for them, okay? That's another possibility with this house in this position. 8th house is Scorpio energy, and this has to do with transformation. So this is like, life, death stuff, esoteric stuff, big milestones, also other people's money. Okay, so you have Osiris with the High Priestess. So the High Priestess has to do with what we don't know right now, what we have to kind of wait and see what's going to happen. Okay, so I feel like there's something, certainly Osiris is focusing on stability, keeping things under control, being a leader, using good judgment. These are all the elements of this. So this seems to suggest that in terms of big changes, things are kind of stable right now. But the High Priestess may indicate that there are things coming up that we're not seeing yet, okay, that are on the horizon, and there's nothing really you can do right now except just kind of wait and see what's going to happen. But the High Priestess does indicate that there are hidden matters right now, and maybe there's something that you're intuiting, because the High Priestess is very strong on intuition. But as far as change at the moment, Osiris would indicate things remaining the same. But something seems like it's lurking, or it's on the edge here. 9th house is Sagittarius energy. And Sag energy has to do with expansion. It's Jupiter. So it has to do with long-distance travel, higher ed, religious institutions potentially, or philosophy, deeper learning of some kind. So educational institutions, religious institutions, all that, and sometimes legal matters fall into this house. Okay, so we have Pyramid with the 5 of Pentacles. Now, 5 of Pentacles indicates worry, and again, there's this feeling of being an outsider. It's funny, you've got the 5 of Swords here and the 5 of Pentacles here. And this could indicate you feeling like you're out in the cold, or like someone's ghosting you. It could also be a situation of, where you're worried about finances or about money, or somebody's worried about money. And this seems to be some kind of a test situation. Now, whether this is somebody at a distance that we're talking about, whether this is connected to a legal matter, or whether it's connected to higher ed in some way, that's, it wouldn't be out of the question to say that school debt is making somebody feel poor or making them worry about money. But whatever the situation is, there's definitely a sense that it's going to be resolved with time. This seems to be a test situation. So this basically says hang tight and you'll make it in the end. Okay, so let's look at the 10th house. This is Capricorn energy, and Capricorn is about your fame, your reputation, your career, your legacy, what you're leaving for others. Now we have the Knight of Wands with Thoth. Okay, so Knight of Wands is a strong, restless energy. This could have to do with travel and relocation for some people. But the Knights kind of come rushing in. Now, this isn't the Knight of Swords, which is kind of the person who thinks before they speak, but this is more like somebody who is very anxious to impatient to kind of get in and work on something, and maybe a little more patience is required. Thoth, again, there's this idea of healing. There could be something legal when Thoth is coming up here. But I also feel like Thoth has to do, again, there's something about timing here. You may be in a hurry to do something, and this may be saying wait till the right time, okay? There's just some situation where you don't want to rush, even if you are feeling energized and you want to rush into it. Okay, the 11th house is Aquarius. So this is your goals, your destiny, your friends, and your social networks here. So, okay, so we have Seth here. And whenever Seth comes up, there's some kind of a delay, obstacle, problem, and anxiety. So this could have to do with the friendship. This could have to do with something that's going on in your friend network or your social network. It can also have to do with a goal. Maybe you're feeling blocked. And Earth could indicate either an Earth sign person who's involved here, or it could just indicate money is an obstacle. Maybe you're thinking, I don't have enough money. But I feel like more importantly here, that whatever's going on here, I feel like you need to keep your feet on the ground for one thing. And for another, it seems like this is a slow growing situation. So it could be, again, there could be a matter of impatience here. Like you need to take your time with something and not rush, especially seeing the Knight of Wands up here. There may be some situation that you're trying to get to. You're feeling discouraged, you're feeling blocked. Maybe you are keeping to yourself a little bit here. But you do need to keep your feet on the ground, be practical, take practical steps towards things. And you have it with the Chariot. So the Chariot is, get your Chariot under control here. I mean, this is the fastest moving card in the deck. Maybe this isn't something slow and plodding. I feel like if this is about an obstacle connected to money, then the Chariot says you prepare for things to move very, very quickly going forward. Again, you have this High Priestess here. So I feel like things are kind of not moving right now, but when they do move, they're going to move really suddenly and really fast. Okay, so let's look at your 12th house. This is Pisces energy. This has to do with imagination. It has to do with what you don't see. If the first house is like how you present yourself, this is what you're not showing people, and maybe what you're not admitting to yourself, and also sometimes what we're afraid of. And another 5. You have the 5 of Wands with Isis. So 5 of Wands indicates worry about competition, worrying about other people, struggling with other people, or again, other people's opinions. I feel like this is something, you've got the 6th and the 12th house. You got 5s in 3 places here. And 5s are conflict. They are struggle. You are struggling within yourself. You're doubting yourself, okay? And this may be connected to a mother situation with Isis. It can also just indicate a situation where maybe, where either you're acting as the mother, maybe this has to do with your mother, or a situation where maybe you're taking on a nurturing role, or a situation where you just have to be patient. All those things are possible. But with Isis here, this is very similar to the High Priestess too. And it's funny in the 8th and the 12th house that you have High Priestess type energy, because this is saying, there's still some things to be revealed here. So I feel like what you're struggling with here, I feel like you may be struggling with things that are not, and it's very clear that you are tired with something. You are done. You need to put down some kind of a burden. I feel like you may be taking on the problems of somebody else. And I think it's saying it's going to be time to stop, or at least if you're just looking to have a stable situation right now, there do seem to be changes ahead that are not quite visible right now. But with all of these 5s, you are definitely in this position of struggling with regard to moving ahead and what's coming next. So 5s are kind of that conflict point that we reach before we actually move ahead. Now, overall, you have Sirius with the Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups, again, there's very strong emotional component here, very strong intuitive one. This could be love for some people, but you have it with Sirius. So Sirius indicates being able to take the rough with the smooth, having the resources to do what you need to do. But this is also saying think outside of the box. I feel like with all this 5 energy that you may be, and with this impatience energy with the Knight of Wands, that you are... I don't know, your mind, you may be putting the cart before the horse. Like your mind may be going ahead of what's really going on here. Yeah, it's funny, the Chariot, putting the cart before the horse in a house where you've got some blocks here. So, so I feel like you need to not doubt yourself, not let other people's opinions affect you in these situations. Not get so worried, there seems to be this disconnect in terms of finances and things like that. I feel like you've got a lot of stable foundations here. You've definitely got a lot of creative energy. There could be something connected to children here, some kind of strength that you're showing. But I think you need to you need to turn in and not focus so much on what's going on the outside, and just worry about yourself and your own needs right now. Now let's see what the Fairy Oracle says. Okay. So your cards for this week are here: He of the Fiery Sword and the the Singer of Connection. So what these two cards mean. He of the Fiery Sword. Okay, so you need to have a clear and determined will to carry through on certain actions, okay? You know, don't doubt. I mean, yeah, that's definitely, to me, this is a sign of don't doubt yourself. You know what you're doing, you know where you're going. But you also have to be aware of the connections that you have. And also there could be a sense of reconnection here. With the Three of Swords over here especially, and with all these fives, I think you're feeling kind of isolated or maybe on your own. Make use of the connections you have and get very clear about what's going on. Don't let fear, doubt, speculation take over and control the situation that you're in right now, okay? So, yeah. So overall, a little bit of a struggle that I see you're going through right now. There may be a little bit of impatience. But, yeah, there's more to come. Again, I just feel like there's stuff that's going to be happening. You want to stay away from codependency. You want to stay away from carrying other people's burdens. And, you know, you just want to have patience and make sure you're taking time here to focus on yourself and to take care of yourself. Take care of your diet, take care of all these different things. There's stuff in this situation where, where I feel like you need to keep your own needs in balance. I guess maybe that's the best way to say it. So that's it for this week, Virgo. I hope this reading was helpful. If it was, please do give me a thumbs up. You know, do leave me a comment if you choose. And if you would subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. That would also be really helpful if you would like to do so. And if you have done so already, thank you so much and hope to see you next week. So till next time.